Happy October, everybody. Welcome to the first podcast
season
of the official spooky season. Garrett, you said it.
I said spoopy. I was trying to be obnoxious.
Oh, that's silly. That is so. That's not the right letter in the later in that word.
The word is spooky with a K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoopy, whatever this baby talk bullshit is.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do
Whatever the whole 2018 to 2021 era of baby talk bullshit, it's
That's
officially
over.
come to a fucking end.
We're in a it's post-COVID. We don't talk like that.
Post-COVID, grow the fuck up.
Derek's on a good one. Rawr.
Yeah, you triggered me. Spoopy.
Rawr XD.
Spoopy.
I still do raw XD, and I still say woot. I will still say woot.
yeah.
Real-
And you can pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Real
Shawn?
talk. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, Shawn, you better yeet Rocco off this podcast if he keeps wooting over there.
Yeet the baby talk. There was
Yeah.
this whole era of pop music coming out, and everybody would talk like this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm such a baby. Let's do some bad stuff. I'm going to smoke some weed and drink a lot of boozy stuff. And they're talking like a baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to party with a baby.
I don't want to watch Muppet Babies.
What's the fucking music industry trying to do to my brain, making me want to party with these babies? Shawn, food for thought?
Let's just go right to the theme song. Did anyone see the great meme of on October 1st of Billy Joel Armstrong looking all sleepy and someone says, "Wake up"?
What the fuck does that mean?
His dad died at
does
the
that
end of
mean?
September, so
I'm
he
not
wrote that
a-
song about it.
Billy Joel, you said?
Billy Joel
Joel is back.
Armstrong.
Yeah,
Is
he's got the
back.
last name.
Oh.
Billy
Joe Armstrong.
Oh, the guy from Green Day.
This guy's got brain stew
Not
over
Billy
here.
Joel. That's the Piano Man.
You insomniac.
So the meme was Billy Joel sleeping.
Billy Joel Armstrong was waking up.
Was that like a
He was like this,
Did he
and
have
it said,
guy
"Wake
lighter?
up," because his
Oh,
song
shit.
says "Wake me up when September ends,"
I
and
just
it
got it.
happened,
Yeah.
and so they woke him up.
Is that like when they post a picture and it says Steven Geiler and it's like Guy Fieri and Steven Tyler like photoshopped
Yeah,
together?
that's
it's-
what it
it's
is.
like that.
It's just like
Billy
that.
Joel.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I
Armstrong.
think about stuff like that, and I spend a lot of time thinking about it, thinking someone had to think of this idea and then make this idea and then put it on the internet, and then it got popular enough that it ended up in front of me. And this is the worst idea I've ever seen. So how did this happen? How did we get here?
It didn't bring a smile to your face?
It didn't.
Really?
Garrett, it
you were
did
mad
not.
that they wasted the effort.
I just thought like you could have done.
You're mad that
anything
everyone else retweeted it so that it ended up
Why
in your
did you
feed.
do this?
But you know what I
You're
have to say
angry,
to that?
Shawn.
No.
It's gonna be May. The month.
Yeah. Timberlake, right?
The
Sorry if
month.
I seem depressed today, everybody.
We're on a Monday morning. It's not our usual time and place.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the-
difficult.
It's a Monday. You know what I mean?
Oh, God,
You know what I
tell
mean?
me.
all
Grab the
gone.
coffee.
Tell me about it.
Don't
This
tell.
cup's empty.
Oh,
This is a fucking joke. This is fucking
That's a problem.
movie magic. I'm drinking air over here.
Drinking air. We're sucking air on this episode of Mega64 Podcast. But listen, I'll tell you what's not going to suck. You may suck air now, but you'll suck flame later in the pits of hell. Interactive Hell Festival. Almost couldn't say our own
Yeah,
name.
you
Interactive
fuck
Hell
up.
Festival, Mega64's Interactive Hell Festival is coming October 15th. That's just 2 weeks away, which
Yeah.
means put in your request for work now. Get the
Yes.
time off. Clear your
Yeah.
whole
If-
Saturday.
Yep.
It's a day of worship, so you're going to want the whole Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday, day of worship. Well, you worship certain things,
It's
like false
satanic
idols.
worship.
You can worship this merch that's going on sale. Check
Yeah.
this stuff out. We
So-
got brand new Halloween merch.
Yeah, we're going to debut right here and now. We're going to show you the merch drop that's going live that day. Also soon, we will drop a schedule for the programming that day, but we're going to start with the
We're
merch.
not talking about the schedule.
Not the schedule. Today's not on the schedule.
Merch, yeah.
The schedule's not on the schedule. We're going to talk the merch. We got some dope shit coming that day. It's going to be exclusive that weekend. So you're going to want to go to shop.mega64.com, pick
Show
it
them
up.
what they can get.
You can get the Mega666 shirt.
Oh,
What?
whoa.
This
Look at
is a
this.
new design.
Hold on.
Hot new design.
This is Italian.
Yeah.
Gallo. Did I say that right?
horror. Garrett, did I say that right?
Sure, yeah, Caillou.
Caillou.
I don't know.
Yeah.
what
You know what I'm
that-
talking about.
I don't speak. I
The
can't.
horror fans know. It's like Argento up in this shit.
Ah, yes, I know what you're saying.
Let's go back to it.
I want to talk real quick about. I don't know what the fuck happened with like the universe, but I went to Rocco.
Is this about the shirt?
It is. And I was like, yo, I want to do a shirt, and somehow it says bottoms up and the devil laughs. So we have to have that shirt. And Rock was like, I literally have this shirt I was coming to show you on my phone. And it was this shirt.
Yeah.
And
So
it
it's
said
already
that on
working
the
on.
shirt.
Look at that.
What are the
Whoa.
fucking odds
Where
of that?
does it say it?
On the top.
Okay, so if you look real close with you'll have to buy it to read it, actually.
Yeah,
Energy
we're not
drink
going to zoom it in
I'm not
for
going to
you.
read it for you. Pick it up for yourself.
But the odds of me saying that and Rocco like, didn't have to load up. It's already on his phone because he was going to show me. And I could sense
Dude,
it.
it's
I
a
could sense
sign.
it.
It's a sign from Beelzebub,
That's Lucifer,
Asmodeus.
Satanus.
Keep going. You guys got more? I don't have any more.
Belial.
Balala. We're ghost fans here. So buy that shirt, take it to the horror con.
Check that out.
And that's not all.
We have got, this is something we never really kind of done before, but there's also a different version of that design.
Show 'em
and
the
we're
next one.
we're only doing 100 of these.
Look at this.
Whoa.
A high vis long sleeve version,
Dude,
That is.
the promo version.
this
There
is
it is.
dope.
I say
Doing
run with
100.
that shirt at night. No one's going to hit you.
Let's
I'm
keep
gonna-
it moving.
Exactly.
People are starting to hover over the X
No.
button, so
Impossible.
don't worry. We're gonna keep it moving.
That thing in black light, dude. Ooh.
This is a crew neck sweatshirt, and it's one of my favorites ever. The summoning sweatshirt is going up that day.
Ooh.
The artwork is so sick on this.
Scary.
Be able to get that on Hellfest 2 weeks from now.
I
will.
cannot wait for that one. Very excited.
Then we have a variant on a classic design,
Yeah.
drag through hell and back, the Metal 64 shirt. Hell variant is going up that day. That's one of the ones I'm most excited for.
Take a second, everybody.
Look at
Drink.
that.
Look at that.
Drink that in.
Look at that.
If you're wondering about, this is another weird detour, very strange detour, but it goes on your head. If you want to get brutal, the brutal hat is available that same day.
Whoa.
There it is.
Dude.
That is
If
a
you get
brutal
lost
hat.
in the woods, you're not there. The killer's not going to find you.
Is that real
That
tree?
thing on.
I fucking
It's like
love that.
it's like Duck Dynasty.
yeah.
Yeah, I really want to connect this to Duck Dynasty as much as possible.
It's kind of like the Duck Dynasty.
Well, we need to
Duck
balance.
Dynasty tribute.
If you're
We
a
need to
Duck
balance all the
Dynasty fan,
Satanists.
Start growing your beard out now.
we
you know,
got you covered.
it's going to come with a duck call.
That's the hat you wear when you go kill some ducks.
All the Satanists buying our other shirts, that's for the Christian out there who's
Yeah.
in
Is
the
that
duck
everything?
blind.
We got
no,
more?
no. Derek,
Let's
No,
keep it going.
Another classic has been dragged through hell and back.
Quickly
Our
now.
friend Mariel gave us the Bad Luck Charm shirt.
Oh,
That's going
no.
up
That's
that day.
pretty. That's cool.
Hell
That's
Festival
fucking
exclusive.
That's
so
gonna
cool.
scare kids.
And if you're loving the Hell Festival, you're like, yo, I love that logo. Where is that at? That's on. We got that. You got you
Quickly
covered
now.
too.
There we go.
Yes. Interactive Hell Festival shirt.
Bing bang boom. Sometimes these guys won't stop coming back. Who's that a reference to?
That's right.
You'll find out when you watch Hellfest in 2 weeks, October 15th.
I think there's one more. Is there one more
Last thing.
Last thing.
Wait,
Last thing.
there's
We've never.
more?
This is another thing we've never done. Again, it's just that day. But if you need a Halloween costume, and you're desperate, truly desperate, and you love our Todd and Aaron characters, we got a Todd or Aaron costume. We have a limited run of the shirt and that hat.
Boom.
That he would wear
And
backwards.
that is
Boom.
probably the best Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah.
You could wear.
Easy peasy.
You just gotta
So
find
there you
your
go.
Todd or Aaron. We're still not sure which one's which, but
Lemon squeezy. All right.
That's
so
all there. Shop.mega64.com. That
Check
day.
those out. Shop.mega64.com. They're all good. Pick them all up. Halloween Clerks 3. Did you guys see it yet?
Well, here's the thing. You may notice we're doing a podcast on a Monday. It's because most of us
That's right.
went to see Clerks 3 with Kevin Smith. He invited some of us to pay $100 to go see the movie. And some people were suckers enough to actually spend $100 on this movie.
He made a joke in the Q&A about how you came to see an overpriced movie, essentially.
That is correct. Well, you guys saw it. Derek
Yeah.
didn't see it, right?
I'll reveal whether I saw it or not
Oh fuck. Okay, well.
at the end of the show.
Okay,
Get
fair
ready,
enough.
dude. Strap in.
Well, you guys went to the thing at the Balboa Theater. Kevin Smith was there with I think
Beautiful
other
Balboa.
guests.
Last time
Did
I
you
was
like
there,
the movie, Shawn?
I didn't see it. You think I'm spending $100 on that shit? No, God no.
It wasn't $100 for the record.
I'd like to say $100. It's a round easy number.
Sean's introducing the whole bit and giving prices, but he wasn't there.
Nah, I was just
Balboa Theater, beautiful theater. Ticket price through the roof.
What'd you
Honestly, not worth it. I wasn't there. The movie, little slow. I didn't see it. Kevin
second
Smith,
act needed some work.
Kevin
Yeah,
Smith,
needs a
underwhelming.
rewrite.
That's why I wasn't present. I wasn't. I'm not going to reveal if I was there or not.
He wasn't at home.
Maybe he's like
Who was there though? Johnny, did you attend?
Yes, I was there.
Johnny was in attendance.
But
Kevin,
he's not on camera, so
Kevin, I think, was there. I saw
another guy not on camera.
he's on camera, but he's not on camera.
Anybody
I
else
was
in the
there.
crew here do anything interesting last night? No.
All right.
Sound guy over there? Catering guy? No. Who on camera went?
You insulted Johnny. He said, "I'm not crew."
You're not crew?
He said, "I'm not crew."
He's executive producer.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
lords over. The crew hate him. Actually.
Credit where credit
Yeah,
is
the
due.
crew,
Johnny.
aka Kevin, hates Johnny.
He's a tyrant.
Crews hate him. Here's Johnny's secret. No, anyway, yeah, we saw it. Me and Garrett saw it, and we're on camera.
Yeah, we can give some feedback.
Yeah, I was nervous going into it because as we sat down, the crowd was cheering so much because Kevin Smith was there. He introduced the movie and did Q&A after, and the crowd was cheering so much. And then he talked about, man, it's so much fun watching these movies with a crowd, man, because I'm fucking sitting back there and I hear the feedback coming at the screen, man, and I just absorb all that. They scream every time someone walks in. I'm like, oh, is that what we're doing? We're gonna scream every time.
And then he said, like, I'm not telling you how to react or one way or fucking another.
It's like, yeah, you are.
But I was
dude.
like, you know what you're doing. You're on stage, Mr. Smith. You've done this for, I don't know, 30
The
years.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. So
30 years
Yeah.
he's been touring his movies in road shows. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
And
well,
yeah, he buttered that audience
So when
up.
he said that, were you? Did your stomach sink?
I knew what I was getting in for.
Oh, okay, you were already prepared.
This is San Diego, so this is like, and he talked a lot about this. This is like the Comic-Con Hall H crowd.
Yeah.
And that was the vibe.
That's our reputation.
That's the
no
vibe.
good.
Well, this
No,
for
we
Kevin
gotta
Smith.
do better.
For
San
Kevin
Diego.
This is who lives in San Diego and is coming out to Kevin Smith.
Think so? How did he do? Did he do one in Los Angeles?
I'm sure.
I think he's doing them in every. I think he
But
did Anaheim.
So he doing it in
everything.
Anaheim too. So this
Yeah.
is just San Diego
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So this movie is already out, though.
Yes.
Is it? Oh.
In a Fathom event.
They did a Fathom event thing for a couple days. It's going to be on VOD in like 2 weeks.
Will it be in theaters?
It was.
That Fathom events thing was its regular theater run. That was
Wow.
Wait, so what's a Fathom event?
it. Like a limited, Fathom is
That's
like
the opera shit,
a group.
right?
They do, but they
Christian
do
shit,
limited
too.
movie things too, where they'll like for one night, it's like a digital service where they bring stuff to theaters for like a day.
So did Clerks 3 not get any movie studio to distribute it?
Lionsgate. How Clerks 3 happened was I think he crowdfunded it maybe or something.
Oh.
No, not Clerks 3. He did Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I think he crowdfunded that, something like that.
Crowdfunded movies are always garbage. By the way,
it
version
was
4.1 available at shop.mega64.com. Pick that up.
But he did that and gave Lionsgate the Blu-ray rights to that Jay and Silent Bob movie. And they literally told him, yo, you sold so many physical copies of that movie, like Blu-rays, more than we could even imagine in a time where it's like how many people are selling Blu-rays, how many, whatever. They said they were so blown away by that. They literally told him, yo, go make whatever you want. You sold enough hardware.
Wow.
So Lionsgate paid for the movie. But yeah.
Wait. So what was the movie that sold a lot?
Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Oh, I didn't even watch that.
No, me neither.
Don't bother.
You're good.
It wasn't good?
No.
But
Stan Lee's in it.
But it funded Clerks 3.
It did.
How
so
could it-
Yeah.
So it was pretty successful despite not being.
Well,
It was
we got-
successful
I've-
on. Yeah,
I feel
Blu-ray.
like it sold well because everyone got burnt due to the fact that like all the View Askew fans, all the Kevin Smith maniacs, can't go to the theater and see his stuff anymore. You have to wait for a physical release to buy it because it wasn't coming out on any streaming platforms.
I have a theory.
and we
this-
got suckered into that.
His fans are diehard enough.
Yeah,
that
This
they'll
is,
buy it.
this
We're
is what
those
I think.
fans.
This
We
is the
bought it.
secret to filmmaking in the modern era. You don't need to make a good movie. You only need to make a good trailer. Because if the trailer's badass, then people pay to see the movie, and then you got their money.
Well,
Yeah.
was the trailer badass for Jay Silent Bob reboot? I really think we were.
Wait, then how did this work? I don't
we
get it.
we have been into Kevin Smith long enough that it's morbid curiosity. It's like there's a new Jay and Silent Bob movie, and it really was that. I bought the Blu-ray because it's like, hey, we're all gonna get together at Garrett's house and watch it, and it's like, okay, fine, let's do that. You know, so his fans are diehard enough, and I do think like if you've got a fan base that diehard, they like physical media. They want to own it. I mean, we can speak to that.
How many
definitely.
Kevin Smith movies are there? Do you know?
There's a lot.
Ooh, this probably
I
12.
would, I would say like more than 10.
Let's
Y'all
go backwards.
call yourself K Smith fans?
I don't say that.
Clerks.
No, there was
3,
a lot of them that I have still never seen.
Jay and Silent Bob reboot, Tusk, Yoga Hosers.
When he entered his fuck it phase of movie making,
this is the
That
fucking
was
phase.
After,
Oh my
after Clerks
God.
2.
He has 31 directing credits.
31.
Well, does that count like shorts?
some of it
Or
might be
some
like
shit?
Degrassi or
Red
some
State.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of these are episodes of the Goldbergs.
Yeah. Yeah.
and Supergirl.
It's Supergirl, you're right. Well, Supergirl rules, so that's probably his best work. Okay. Yoga Hosers, Tusk, Jay and Silent Bob, Get Irish. We're not going to count that one. We're not going to count Jay and Silent Bob Get Irish, and we're not going to count Jay and Silent Bob teabagging in the UK.
Well, no,
Those are probably
Sorry,
live stage event things.
Yoga Hosers, Tusk, Red State, Cop Out. Do we count that one? He directed
he
that
directed it. He didn't write it.
one. Zack and Miri. He didn't write that one, but he directed it.
His
No,
best
he did.
one.
I think he directed that one.
Well, okay. Then the IMDb needs to be updated. Clerks 2, Jersey Girl, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Dogma, Chasing Amy. These are the good ones now. Mallrats, Clerks. So that's 12.
Well, I guess they're
you
right.
were right, Garrett.
Fuck yeah.
Dang, got a Smith head over here.
now
fuck yeah.
rank them. No, we don't
I
have
think
to
I've
do
seen
that.
them all except for one you named, Jersey Girl.
You never saw that?
No.
That was he attempted to branch out. Like, I'm done with my little like universe, the View Askew universe. I'm gonna do just like a drama.
Yeah.
And it bombed, and he immediately went into Clerks 2. I'll do
let's-
Clerks 2.
Let's get into Jersey Girl. That's the moment where Kevin Smith, his dreams were broken.
Yeah.
Where he was like, you know what? I'm not going to make these silly comedies. I'm going to make real films.
Yeah.
And then Jersey Girl's like, this sucks. He's like, well, I'm just going to make shitty comedies for the rest of my life.
You realize that I think there's two moments where you realize how kind of thin-skinned he was about this stuff. That was one, and he
and
went
if
to
you're
Clerks
watching
2.
Kevin, we love you. Jersey Girl was awesome.
I'm saying this to you. I actually really didn't think it was that bad. I mean, everyone told me, oh, it's terrible. I don't think it's that bad. But that happened, and then he went back to comedies, and then he was like, I'm going to do Zack and Miri make a porno. This is its own thing. Got Seth Rogen. He was real hot at the time, and he was convinced that was going to be like the next, like,
Big deal.
Yeah.
Next old school.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is one of those good, like, I feel like that's his most
Mainstream?
mainstream and
Yeah.
well-produced film.
So that's what he said, was that it was like, that was supposed to be like, because his movies always made like, 30 million.
Yeah.
Good, but not, not like, oh, yeah, blockbuster. And they all convinced him that was going to be it. And they put it out. It's not I don't think it's a bad movie. I think the problem was they put it out, if anyone remembers this, they put it out Halloween night. And I remember,
No, I don't remember.
no one, it was like people are doing shit on Halloween. And I remember reading that like no one went to see anything that night, and it bombed, and he was never the same after that. He was just like, forget it. I'm done trying. I was like, oh, okay. But I do feel like after that he did Red State. I do feel like that's his last attempt at
Red State's actually
trying-
his best movie.
trying
Red
to
State.
make
Red State's unironically
something-
his best movie.
You really think so? That's interesting. Yeah. I liked that he was trying something outside of out of his comfort zone. I don't know how much I loved it, but I thought it was cool. Like
Red
he
State's the
tried
only
something.
movie where they don't like shove food up their ass and try to feed it to their friends.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in my book, thinking outside the box for a Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah. And I think it
But
has.
they might do that in that movie. The movie gets weird.
People
Yeah,
in
it does get
cages.
weird.
I remember that.
I do think Red State has one of my favorite endings ever.
That was a weird
Yeah,
ending.
yeah. We've talked about this
Yeah.
on the podcast. Go back to episode whatever and look it up for
14.
yourself.
311.
Watch them all and you'll find one.
Red
with
State came out in 2011. It's around there.
Yeah. But
So
anyway,
Clerks 3. Clerks 3.
Clerks 3. So anyway, the audience was a little annoying. It kind of calmed down, but it was a little, there was more cheering than you would have had in a normal screening.
They're stands. Give them a break.
Yeah.
For
What did you think
real.
of the movie? Was the movie good? Did you like it?
I liked it better than Clerks 2.
You did.
I did.
Really?
But it had the production value of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which kind of took me out of it at times. And then at other times, it almost fit because it's kind of like a Clerks remake
So-
in a way too.
I never saw the reboot. How would you describe that production value?
Disjointed and fucking
cheap.
in different film rate.
Do you have like was there a moment you're watching it and you see something and you're like, oh, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a Stan Lee cameo that's like on a fucking GoPro at a Comic-Con table?
Oh.
That's in Jay and Silent Bob. We're talking about two different movies now.
I thought.
Okay, so that's in the reboot.
That's what Derek asked.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought.
I was talking about, okay, what about Clerks 3? Was there any moment where you're like, oh, this movie is cheap?
I think to me, and I think you'll probably agree with this, Garrett, is like it's just a lot of dull two-shot, a lot of dull. I'm talking and you're seeing over their shoulder, and now I'm talking and you're seeing over their shoulder, back and forth. It's like, man, you just really like don't have a creative way of.
Which I liked the writing in that dialogue, and then I was taken out of it by those single shot.
You're just kind of
cut
cutting back
to
and forth
reaction,
a lot.
cut back to. I was
Just
like,
hire
oh,
a
fuck.
cinematographer. Get Dean Cundy down there, or who's another cinematographer off the top of my head? I don't know.
Well, what's funny, Dave Klein is
Dave
one
Klein
of them
down there.
because Dave Klein cut his teeth on the first Clerks. He didn't really know what he was doing. He shot that, then became a bigger and bigger cinematographer, and came back for Clerks 2, which I just rewatched, and it's like there's interesting shots when they're in an argument. They're fucking 360 shotting around them. There's like creative shots in that. And now he's shooting like The Mandalorian and stuff like that. Like that guy moved up, but he did not come back for Clerks 3.
No,
No.
no Dean Cundy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
direct to Blu-ray, DVD. Yeah, he's
Sorry,
good.
Kevin.
I'm good.
I'm too good to work with you anymore.
pretty much.
But
Yeah.
the production value was, lesser than Clerks 2, but it was, I thought, a step up from what we got. I'm sorry, in Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Yeah.
That was like,
it was better
ooh,
than that.
what happened? But
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie, the story, and the like full circleness of all three of these films.
It's sad to me when later movies have a lower budget or like
Yeah.
a lower quality, and there's like this bell curve of like the first movie is
Yeah.
pretty good, second movie is even better. Well, the third movie's actually worse. It's like, that sucks.
I had to live with that as a kid with the Planet of the Apes movies because each one has half the budget of the previous one.
Oh yeah, those don't ever go up. They just start here.
Yeah, you start hitting a point. I was like, the makeup in the first one was really good. I'm sorry, they're wearing masks now. I'm sorry, but anyway,
You know what though?
Yeah,
I love, and Rocky might agree with me, I love all the Planet of the Apes movies.
absolutely,
They're all
100%.
good. And the worse they get, the more I like them.
Yeah, I'm totally with you.
Yeah, guys in gorilla masks with guns driving cars. That's way better than people in full body makeup riding horses in the first movie.
Yeah, I mean, you got a cool school bus
better.
you're driving around. But anyway, but yeah, my main, I would say my overall vibe on the movie, I feel like, I expect when he does a Jay and Silent Bob movie, I expect it to be self-referential and fucking off its nut and just wacky and whatever. But what sucks is I just feel like that's all his movies now. They're all a Jay and Silent Bob movie. So this one has really great scenes in it, like more than any of his recent stuff. There's scenes that are like, damn, you actually like handled that really well. But they can't stop cutting to, this guy's wacky reaction.
Yeah.
That it's like, Johnny, isn't that kind of what we were talking about? It's kind of like, yo, let this breathe.
Yeah, the
off
movie gave me
camera,
like whiplash.
Yeah, there was a lot of whiplash for sure. And I think my main thing with it was just, it was so self-referential. They bring up, 37 so many times. And so many references to the first movie. And by the nature of the story, you have to do that a certain amount.
What's 37?
In a row?
yeah,
man.
there's a gag from the
37
first movie.
Don't go,
Blowjobs.
don't go suck any dicks
but-
away to
but that's referenced.
I thought you were a Clerks fan.
But here's the thing: you drop that one time, it hits, but you do it in every scene.
Yeah, overuse.
It's just, to me, I left this movie with like, this is a lesson in restraint, because there's scenes towards the end where they do something that calls back to the first one that's genuinely touching. But I'm like, man, how much harder would this hit if you hadn't referenced this scene 100 more times in every gag? It just sucks. You can't get out of the self-referential thing. But there's good scenes in it.
That's what happens when you get old. Yeah. You're like, I used to be funny. Remember the funny thing I said 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Still saying it.
I get that.
We've all
it's
been
just
there.
it's just show a little restraint. The littlest amount. It actually made me appreciate more the restraint shown in Clerks 2. That they weren't doing that. They referenced the first movie at like the beginning and the end. But this one, it was just every scene.
Garrett?
It was like, all right.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I give it a thumbs up. I like the first Clerks. That's my favorite Kevin Smith movie. And he kind of talked about this on stage during the Q&A after, like, that is the most authentic film you'll ever get or you'll ever see. Because really, he was just
From
filming,
him,
from him, his life at that time. And then the way that this third movie, like, tied that all back in, I liked it a lot because it was more like the first movie. Whereas, like, the second one, it was cool seeing Dante and Randall working at the movie and, Dante getting in a relationship and, like, an expanding of that universe. But I was really happy that this third movie brought it back to the Quick Stop. I mean, it almost all takes place at the RST Video and Quick Stop, which to me is a character in itself from those shows or those movies. Yeah. So, I liked it just as a huge Clerks and like Clerks animated series fan, and like I just like those characters more than like the Mallrats and the other View Askew stuff. But I think what we really paid for is the Q&A session afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got our money's worth.
Yeah, he went about 2 hours after the movie.
fuck that.
And that was really entertaining because you just saw over the course of those 2 hours, like 75% of the audience leave.
Slowly.
Or like,
I love that he didn't call
Do we just
attention
go?
to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I was waiting. I was like, because I was one of those people. Me and
Brought
Trish
a
got
guest,
up.
too, and he was like,
Oh,
I still,
yeah.
He was like an hour and a half in. He's like, I still haven't even brought out my guest.
Yeah,
Oh my
that was
God,
the funniest
dude.
part.
What?
And she didn't really say much because he brought her on stage and then just started fucking going again.
It's like 10:30 p.m. He goes, "Oh shit, I have a guest," and it was Marilyn. I forgot her last name, Gigliotti or whatever. She's the woman
plays
in
Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica in Clerks. She was just sitting back there. She was like,
Dante's
"Oh, hi."
painting her
And she
nails
said,
behind
you-
the counter. And, yeah.
Are you
It was great seeing her. I was glad I stayed for her to come
Yeah,
out.
that was cool.
woman
She probably
was
lives in San
like,
Diego.
on like ready to go once the movie's over, like waiting to get introduced. for an hour and a half, she's just like, it's gonna be
Kevin Smith's just out there yucking it up.
Oh my god.
love you guys. Oh, cheer for my movie.
Honestly, she was probably exhausted before she even got on stage because
She's
she
like, why
was
the
so
fuck
mentally
am I
ready to
here?
go for an hour and a half and wasn't sure when it was gonna happen.
Hey,
I skipped dinner for this shit.
the first I've never seen. I know Kevin Smith's reputation for speaking events, and I've never seen him live do a Q&A or a panel or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was excited, and that's really why I bought those tickets.
Yeah.
And the first hour of that I thought was awesome, informative,
I agree.
uplifting, and really like peeled the veil back on how he made, because he went into stories specifically about the productions of the original Clerks in the 90s. That's what I was there for.
Yeah.
Him talking for an hour about that was great. And then it was like, okay, you've been just repeating yourself, and
Yeah.
now we're making jokes with the audience and
Yeah.
about how long this is going.
We're
This is still
treading that
going
ground
long.
again.
Oh.
Now we're not. Now we're talking about like how important the Marvel and Star Wars
He strikes me as
universes
a guy
are.
who doesn't know when to stop. Like,
Definitely.
yeah, I mean,
So-
guy,
He made
and-
Clerks 3.
I know you don't want to go home, Kevin Smith, but we do.
I will say I got poked a couple of times by Trish, like,
Get
"Hey,
the fuck out of here.
yo, we got to get the dog's been home alone. It's like I got to work in the morning.
guys suck
How
at
long is this gonna go?" The second guy hasn't even asked his fucking question,
Yeah.
and there's a line.
He got to 2 questions.
There's a line of 20 people.
Yeah.
And I'm telling her, I'm like, don't worry. None of these people are getting their question answered. Like, he's just going to go. Let's just enjoy this. But she was definitely like visibly fucking bored.
See,
and I
yeah.
felt that too. So I was like, all right, we're out. And I got up and left.
Yeah, I'm sitting there knowing like they're going to cut this off. I know just the way San Diego venues are. I'm like, they're going to cut this off at 11. No matter
Yep.
where he's at, it's going to stop
They're not
there.
gonna pay the
But it
ushers
was,
extra.
for people who don't know that, seeing the huge line of people and he took that long on 2 was a grisly image. Like
Yeah.
people were seeing that like, I can't be here.
And I'm looking at people in line, even though they asked guys not to do this. Dudes are holding like presents for them and shit to get signed. And I'm like,
Yeah, fuck
oh,
that.
I've been to Anime Expo for 12 years. I know how this fucking goes. I've been in a Hall H panel. This is not going to be informative
Would you do
at
it
all.
again? Would you recommend people do it?
Stay for the first hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then skip when he's just talking, hour 2 and hour 3, just peace out.
Yeah.
Once he starts repeating stories.
I had my fill. I used to listen to Smodcast stuff and his podcasts were cool. So I was familiar with kind of how he can go. And then I was familiar with like, oh yeah, he's starting to kind of repeat himself.
Let's cut all the bullshit. Let's save everybody the money out there. You don't need to go see Kevin Smith, sit through it for 3 fucking hours, waste your night. Because these guys already did it. What's the one, you said he was uplifting and inspiring. What's the one takeaway Kevin Smith blew the audience's mind with last night? Go ahead, spill his secret. Go.
Garrett, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Camera on me? I would say he has that same kind of thing that Quentin Tarantino has, where they say, just go make your shit. Go fucking, don't wait for anyone to produce or choose you as an actor. Like, go write your shit and produce it yourself and make it and keep making it and get better at it. That's how they did it. And it's weird they both worked in video stores to become inspired to do that.
Yeah.
But that's the same shit I've heard for 20 years from Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
bad advice.
hearing it in the room
real,
with
that
him
advice sucks.
was interesting. That's what we did.
Exactly.
look
I'm
where
already
we are.
fucking doing that, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know.
What else
Give me
you got
new
for
tips.
me?
Give
me
Motherfucker.
tips.
Put out fucking 5 feature-length fucking films. I ain't talking. Well, I do actually sometimes, but I'm not at your level, so.
I just never been in the room with him saying that.
That was the point of his first question. The point of the second question was keep seeing movies with your dad, man. Just go to the movies with your dad, man, while you still can, because those are the times you're going to value, man. And you're just going to think back. Those are the things that are going to affect you, man. When you think about going to see movies with your dad, go see them.
Yeah.
I think
get it.
I have this weird thing with Kevin Smith, and I think it's me and not him.
Yeah.
You're
But
gonna make him
he
cry.
hasn't changed at
Careful.
all
For real.
since I was a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
And I have drastically.
Yeah.
So the person I was who loved Kevin Smith is
Yes.
dead. And now I'm
Yes.
looking at it, that I kind of look at it like this, like, oh man, the young me would love this and eat this up, but I do not get
Yeah.
anything out of this.
Johnny and I literally said that sitting in the theater. He called himself Jesus one too many times. I'm the fucking Jesus in this room, so pray to me, man. Like he made
Ew.
it. He was joking.
Yeah, I
but
know,
he did
but
it one
still.
time, and it killed. It was really funny. But then he did that 4 more times, and Johnny and I literally went like, I think I've aged out of this.
He's the Jesus of New Jersey, Johnny. Is that how you feel?
I feel like get out there and go make your shit is like good advice for teenagers.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And there were no teenagers in the room.
I don't think there were.
There was that 9-year-old at 11
Yeah, there was a
o'clock.
kid.
Well, that 9-year-old's going to tear it up.
Cool parents.
Oh, yeah, he heard the F word a lot that night.
That's okay.
And 9-year-olds can hear the F word, but it's bedtime. It's
I mean,
cool
he
night.
called Kevin we're on a first name basis now, Kevin. But he called attention to it. He's like,
Well,
what the fuck are you doing here? Shouldn't you? I was like,
School
whoa.
night. This is school night.
we don't want this whole show to just be a Kevin Smith Clerks 3
No.
deep dive.
No, hell no.
We've
I
had
can't wait
enough.
for the Blu-ray.
Of
Are
what?
you going to buy it?
Clerks 3? Yeah,
Oh,
I'll buy this.
okay.
But the movie was bad.
I'll rewatch it. No, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed the movie. The Q&A got a little long.
Oh, okay. The
Rocco
production
didn't-
quality was
Rocco,
poor.
will
Yeah,
you
the
buy
production-
it?
I
Production's
don't
quality.
know if I would buy this. If you love the Clerks movies, you probably want
Dude,
to see it, but I
They
don't
fit
know if
in.
I liked it.
They fit in a character from the animated series named Lando. I feel like there was a Lando reference in there. I was
that's a
There,
character
that-
from a different series.
That changed your mind on
I
that?
was fucking geeking out
That's
on
reminiscent of a different
all
series.
of that
Go
kind of
Google Lando.
reference stuff. I know it was a lot.
The animated series will come up.
I know it was a lot for you, Rocco, but like that reference stuff to the first movie and those characters and other characters from like the animated series and that was I was geeking out on that.
This is some leftover 90s nerd shit. Oh,
Definitely.
a character
Definitely.
named Lando.
Definitely.
Oh, where the fuck did you come up with that brilliant idea?
It definitely.
Oh, this is my boss, Mr. Darth. Fucking fuck off. Yeah, I seen Star Wars, the most famous fucking movie of all time. You too? Jesus.
What? I thought it was only me.
That's crazy.
Someone tried to talk to me the other day about that new Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah,
And I was like, Lord of the Rings? You know about that? Yeah. I thought it was only me.
I thought it was only me.
Do you know that video is wiped off the internet?
That video is more of a nerd reference than Lord of the Rings is.
Yeah. For those who don't know, there was at one point a music video out there.
By the Frag Dolls.
No.
What they turned in, I don't know.
It was Seth Green's
Team
wife.
Unicorn.
Team Unicorn.
There's a group called Team Unicorn.
Bizarro Frag Dolls.
And they did
Green's
a music
wife?
video where they talked about they met each other by bringing up Lord of the Rings, and I thought I was the only one who knew what that was or something, and that was just such a mind-blowing thing.
That lyric.
You thought you were the only one that knew about Lord of the Rings, but that
Punctuated.
video's gone.
Talking about Frag Dolls and Team Unicorn is like, show me how old you are without telling me. Like,
Dude,
we're describing a bygone era of the internet that nobody
Yeah.
wants to remember.
The nerdcore rap era. I bet you there's tons of that type of music because that's what it was. It was
Cringy
a
as
nerdcore rap song by Team Unicorn.
it was more like a
pop song.
shitty pop
But
song.
you don't think it was in that era of like shitty
It was in that
MySpace?
era. It was in
Sure.
the era.
I bet there's tons of that stuff that's wiped because the people now are in their 40s and embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That video was the whole reason I saw it in the first place, that Team Unicorn video, it was funded by Red 5 Studios, who made Firefall. And they were just randomly funding video projects.
Back in 2008 or whatever
2012.
it was.
Yeah,
2012.
It was that recent?
It actually was. Well,
That
I mean, that was
recent?
a decade ago.
10 years ago.
But they funded that. They were on the. I mean, they funded our. They did a stream with us where we came up with the game crypt.
Right.
And then I remember being there, and they were saying like, "Yeah, we're funding like YouTube videos." But it's funny, like it didn't promote the game at all, so I never understood that move. But I remember they were like, "We'll talk with you about doing something. We'll talk with you." But I'm
still waiting.
They weren't. Yeah. They.
Well, yeah, after
Red
that
5, where are you?
train wreck.
Funding ran out.
That happened a lot to us. There were a lot, we're going to get it. Every time we would get some person, Vincent D'Onofrio wants to fund YouTube videos and you're number 2 on his list. That happened to us 10 fucking times. And the first video they funded would bomb so hard.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin wants to make YouTube videos and he has this guy and you. And the first thing tanked so hard, and then that happened to us like 5 times.
I love your choice of the celebrities you're mentioning, that they're all one-off from who
Well,
it
I
actually
can't
was.
use real names, but I could definitely use names of people who were similar.
I just
Yeah.
you handled that like Neo. It's like, don't say their actual name. Don't say the actual. It was kind of if you know the real story, that was kind of amazing. But anyway, I think there was a. I think I brought this up maybe on another stream, but there's a major game company that was like, we're going to do the biggest campaign with you guys. You guys are going to direct this fucking huge thing. We have this other huge, I won't say huge YouTuber doing a thing. He's going to do his and you're going to do yours. And then, it was like a year of hearing that. We signed contract. I think we signed contract, all kinds of stuff. And then it was like that. So that YouTuber fucked this up so bad.
They revealed their face.
It got no views, and it was such a shitty video that they actually don't trust that you could do better. And it was like, I promise we could do better than that. No, if that guy couldn't, how could you? Well, no, let us, then we'll do it. And it was just, that happened
Over and
definitely
over.
a few times, But
Oh, well, c'est la vie. Easy come, easy go. Life is hard, be harder. Right, Johnny?
right. That's what Kevin Smith said last night.
man, try hard. Yeah, I'm not going to get back into
I
Kevin
saw,
Smith mode.
while you guys were watching Clerks 3 last night, I was watching X, the newish horror movie by Ty West. Actually,
Yeah.
Pearl is the most recent one, the sequel to X. I watched X.
When did it actually come out? Was it earlier this year?
It
or
was the
last
beginning
year?
of the summer, I think.
Pearl came out real fast after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have made them together or something.
They did.
Because
I
the
think they filmed them at the
locations
same
are all
time.
the same.
Yeah, I think they secretly did that.
Okay,
That's
here's
cool.
the thing.
That's what
Yeah,
heard.
because I didn't know.
I heard a lot about this movie. In particular, I will tell you what I heard more than anything. You see Kid Cudi's penis in this movie. I was told.
Is he uncutty?
I was told you see Kid Cudi's penis in this
Wait.
movie. I was sold on this movie. you see Kid Cudi's penis.
I didn't know Kid Cudi was that dude's a rapper, the actor in that movie.
That was Kid Cudi.
I had
well,
no
he's all
idea.
grown. Kid Cudi all grown up.
I just
now.
thought
Adult
they.
Cudi.
I just
Adult
thought,
Cudi.
yeah, and he's
Senior
uncut.
That was the too easy.
This is what I want to say. Watching X, it's not that I liked the movie or didn't like the movie, but I seriously, this is going to sound egotistical, I'm sorry, but I just felt like, man, we need to be making movies because there was so many things as a filmmaker that I noticed. Little things like the sky being replaced and composite shots, like little VFX stuff that was not super advanced. It was stuff that we regularly
Gave it
do.
a look, yeah.
Stuff we regularly do in our YouTube
Stylized.
videos, but just a little bit better, a little bit more money. It's a CGI Cudi penis.
What?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm the only one who knows this because I do VFX.
It's Dirk Diggler style.
Let
dude.
me show you what's happening. All right, Kid
more
I'm
going
going
Cudi.
to show you exactly
Kid
what's happening.
Cudi answers the door and he's silhouetted from behind. The light is behind him, so he's just a shadow. And he's standing in the doorway. You know,
Careful.
let's get a wide shot. He's standing in the doorway with some gap between. Come on, get the good shot. Some gap here, right?
A gap, okay.
They just put a little like digital fucking little
Oh,
penis
really?
shape there. and it's
Control,
just
copy, control,
silhouette,
paste.
yeah, control copy. And then they give it the worst little animated dangle, like it jiggles all animated.
Are you
and I was
serious?
like,
Fuck
bro,
that.
I could animate a dangling wiener better than that thing.
Yeah.
And then there's other shots where he's walking around in his underwear. You don't see this thing. So if
Where's
it's
this monster?
if it's hanging down to his fucking calves in the fucking silhouette shot, how's he gonna walk around in his underwear without this fucking snake like
What?
coming out? The
Is it a
bottom?
fruit roll up? Where's he tuck
Can
that
I
thing?
Can I interject? Real
If
quick?
you're gonna ask about this movie and it's not about Kid Cudi's penis, I'm not ready.
It's about a penis, not about
Okay.
Kid Cudi's.
Oh, okay.
all right, I'll allow it.
Okay,
I love
thank you.
cock talk.
This dangling wiener thing reminds me. I went to a baseball game the other day, and you know the urinal situation's always kind of weird at baseball games.
Yeah.
But I walk into the bathroom, and a dude is on his phone at the urinal. He is not peeing, and he is like 3 feet back, and he's just like this, texting with his dick just hanging out.
Christ.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck? There's like this. What, okay.
How did you see this?
How'd I see
He's
the
3
penis?
feet away from the urinal.
How did you look at
I
this?
walk in to see the urinals that are available, and there's a guy who is like standing back away from the urinal with his dick hanging out. Like I'm like,
Dude.
I don't scope what other people are doing at urinals.
I have to find an empty urinal. I found one, but there's a penis in the way of the one that I'm trying to
Yeah.
find.
Then it's not empty.
But he's standing far away from it.
Occupado.
Yeah.
Was it
Shawn,
big?
I had the same thing happen to me at PAX like 2 years ago. A dude was standing like 5 feet away from the fucking
That's what it
urinal.
was.
I walk into the room and there's just a maniac with his dick out in the middle of the room.
You're in a bathroom.
Okay,
In urinal.
But he's in
Hey.
the middle of a room going, ugh.
Hey, Twitch and YouTube,
This is
this is a
subjective.
tiger's tail. I
That's
don't
a
want to be
lion.
flat.
YouTube, it's a tiger
This
tail.
is a tail, some kind of
But
lion
he's
thing.
gonna turn it into a
So,
penis.
the
Poor
guy
Red.
is like this. Okay, wait.
Wait, the balls are above the shaft.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's not how it works. Yeah.
I don't know if it's red 13, but maybe a little smaller.
And he's just away from the urinal, standing there, texting. And so I'm like, okay. So I go pee. And then I go wash my hands. And the dude is still texting with his dick just standing. He's not peeing. Just in the
He
middle of
stopped.
the room with his dick out.
He's still FaceTime.
He's probably drunk.
But he was there for
How
at least,
dare
I mean,
you.
I was in the bathroom for, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Tarnishing him.
Washing my hands, whatever. And I left and he was still just in the middle of the room with his
Listen,
dick hanging out.
I've been to baseball games. A lot of drunks walking around, tripping, falling down the fucking
By the way,
stairs.
I'll get back to my review of X in a minute.
Yeah, just the dangling dick. reminded
What
me of
probably happened was he went in to take a pee. Baseball game, you drink like 30 beers.
Yeah.
You fill that bladder up. You
Sure.
probably peeing. We've all had a long pee that you're just like, when is this going to end?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, after the Kevin Smith thing.
Exactly.
Oh, I peed for like an hour.
So he's peeing. He gets a really important text message like, yo, mom's situation in the hospital is getting worse.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, dude. And he just starts texting.
He just
Yeah.
backs up.
Unbeknownst to
sympathy.
him, the pee ends, but he's mid-text. Like, what are you going to do? So he steps away because other people want
Wanna
to
use
the
that urinal.
And he's like, just thinking like, oh my God, my mom's going to die. Not realizing that Shawn's there just like, sir, your penis is out. So it can happen to anyone.
The angle you guys place him in, maybe he was taking a picture of his penis.
No, because
Yeah.
he was
No,
texting.
he was texting.
He wasn't editing the photo?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you got Photoshop on the phone, you know.
No.
I'm just saying I need it.
It was
But back
a sight
to X.
see.
Listen, let me just say, as a man, and I'm going to talk about men's rights for a second, which never gets talked about ever
true.
anywhere on the
Yeah.
internet.
I guess we're the last place that
We're
can
the
talk
last
about it.
Fucking safe space for men on the
Finally.
internet.
God, finally.
God damn it. There are so few places in the world where you're allowed to take it out.
Guys being dudes.
And now in 2022, the men's restroom is off limits. There's nothing left for us.
You can take it out in the restroom. You're supposed to take it out there, but you don't need to just. Once you're done with your deed, then stop. Put it away.
There's too many rules in life. There's too much shit to remember. Too much shit to remember.
You just want to air that thing out.
And that's where you go to do it.
Give the monster
I had to
some
do
air.
that too after the Kevin Smith.
Go
thing.
to
It's
the
like,
stall and
it's
air
been
it out.
hours.
Let it breathe.
No, it's been hours. I got a
Right in
helicopter
the middle
for a
of the
minute.
room.
Well,
Anyways.
Petco or whatever should build personal bathrooms for every single person.
I would like that. Okay,
That's what they should
I
do.
support
You
that.
need that skybox.
Anyways, Derek, back to X and the
Anyways,
dick in that
X
movie.
sucked. Don't watch it.
Oh, it wasn't good?
Moving on. No,
no.
X, I'm mixed on it. You know, I don't know if I loved it. I definitely didn't hate it. It felt like an amalgamation of too many other horror movies. I don't know if you felt that way, Garrett, but
Sure.
it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist, The Shining. They even have like Lake Placid
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know, I felt like they took images and motifs from so many different horror movies. At first I'm like, well, fuck this. You're just ripping off Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm like, well, actually, you're ripping off Texas Chainsaw Massacre and this other movie. Oh, and now you're ripping. And then it just got to the point where like you're kind of referencing, you know, Friday the 13th. You're referencing slasher movies. They referenced so many movies. At a point, a character hacks through a door with an axe and like sticks their face in it. And it is the
here's
shot
Pearl.
from The Shining. Yeah.
That's weird.
And then I was like, is this cool or is this bad? Is this informed? Are you like so of horror movie culture that
He Tarantino'd horror movies.
he kind of did?
Yeah.
He kind of did.
Um,
But at the end of the day, he made House of the Devil too, I believe.
I don't think I've seen that.
I think that was Ty West. I wasn't a fan of that movie. Overall, I think these movies are a little slow. I think that they're missing a really interesting hook. They're too much of a slow burn for me. So that's my review of X. But I've heard Pearl is really good.
I've
heard
enjoyed
Pearl is better than X.
Yes.
So I'm gonna check that one out.
I enjoyed Pearl. I liked X, and when I went into seeing it, I number one didn't know that was Kid Cudi. I just thought it was a cool cast. No idea that guy was famous.
Well, I mean, Day and
previous.
Night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. That's his one-hit wonder.
Okay.
Day and Night.
I've just heard that name so many times.
Who
Like,
remembers Day and Night? Anybody? Anybody
No
remember
Cudi
Kid
fans in
Cudi?
here?
No.
I
Okay.
don't remember
Moving
that
on.
one.
But the other thing I went into seeing it was I didn't know that this is supposed to be a trilogy. So I was just like, oh, cool. When Pearl was being like announced, I still was like, oh, I can't wait to see that. Had no idea it was a sequel to X.
I didn't either. I guess they
Until I
filmed
think-
these at the same time.
Yeah, I think like a week before we actually went and saw Pearl, which I did enjoy. I feel like that had a better character development. It spent more time with one or two characters than this whole team of people in X.
What's up, Shawn?
I'm just getting confused. Like, why? You know, sequels usually have a similar name, so you know it's a sequel.
Yeah.
But that X and Pearl have nothing to do with
Well,
each
here's
other.
guess what the trilogy, the third one,
He's not
Maxine.
gonna know. That means nothing
Maxine?
to him.
So it's X, Pearl, Maxine. Like it really.
Well, so
There's not a real-
I'll give people kind of a rundown of what these movies are about.
Yeah.
I went in cold. If you want to go in cold, skip this part, but I'm going to be very brief. A bunch of young people in Texas want to go make a porno
Okay.
on a farm. And they kind of like Airbnb it, which how do they do this? It's 1978, but Airbnb is still like a
It is the
fucking
premise,
plot
yeah.
point.
That's wild.
From all time now, I just want to rent your house for the weekend is going to be a plot point forever. It's like this didn't exist before 10 years ago.
They
But-
called a farmer and rang him up. Can we use your barn?
So in 1978, they Airbnb a farm. They want to film a porno. And the guy who runs the farm is really weird. And he keeps warning them, like, I have a wife and she doesn't like you, so don't let her see you. This wife is just a psycho. And she eventually like sees them filming the porno and something in her mind breaks. And then the horror ensues.
Okay.
That old woman's name is Pearl.
I see.
And she becomes obsessed with the star of the porno. And they kind of show old photos of Pearl when she was young. And I think it's the same actress.
It is.
So there's some unexplained thing that maybe they'll explore in the sequels about how Pearl, the old woman, used to look exactly like the star of this porno. And that's why she became obsessed with her. But I don't know, because I got to see the sequel to find out how it all
Which
unfolds.
So they secretly filmed the sequel.
And
That is all. They filmed her own movie. While they
we're
were
using
doing
the
this.
wrong terminology. It's a prequel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think Pearl is the old woman, so I think we're gonna see her when she was young.
It takes place in the
whatever.
the 40s or 50s.
50s.
When did World War II end?
Yeah, the
40s.
40s.
All right.
And then Maxine, we don't know who that is. yet.
83 though. I
Maxine
think
is the star of the porno film.
I see. Okay.
and that one takes place in 1980.
so once you see
something.
the first one, you'll get it all.
The fourth one is called Scroogle, and it's not connected to anyone in any of the movies.
Yeah.
It's just about a.
But not knowing like that this was a trilogy, I was just excited someone's making, new horror. So
that sounds more interesting than a lot of things that have come out in the last couple of
yeah.
years.
I'll be real.
Horror-wise.
But X definitely was this amalgamation of every other trope from
Yeah,
horror.
and everything I just said was me at the end of the movie being like, all right, I figured it out. Because watching it, it was a slow burn. And it might be too much of a slow burn for some people out there. It's an A24 movie, so
Yeah.
And that's enough said.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I generally don't like those movies,
Yeah.
but I watch them.
I'm
all.
excited to hear what you think about Pearl. And then we'll all have to go see Maxine together.
I'm excited to see the Super Mario Brothers movie with Chris Pratt, and I hear that there's a trailer coming out soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if we should say we got it early, but maybe we
Let's leak it.
should we
what?
leak it?
Yeah,
You guys, we
we
can do
actually
that.
have the Chris Pratt trailer.
Let him
What?
hear the voice.
Fuck it, dude.
Let's
Shut
go.
up. No.
Let's go. We're gonna do a reaction to the trailer, new Super Mario with Chris
How did
Pratt.
you guys find this?
Johnny's a wizard.
Imagine a world where Super Mario is a realistic action game starring Chris Pratt.
It's a me, a Mario.
Oh my God.
Is attempting to make that a reality.
This is the movie,
latest
everybody.
update features a much improved likeness, a snazzy new outfit, and this sweet title screen. There are all new levels and actual.
Chris Pratt with
This is a trailer?
jump on
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
What
it,
the
dude.
fuck?
This is the movie.
that's the movie.
I can't wait for this movie.
Get big and break stuff. You can squish Koopas.
Oh no.
Oh, you can
it's
squish
real-
Koopas.
Real turtles.
It's that when they're a little turtle.
Next, find that hidden one up.
Cool.
And check out these fully functional warp pipes. So many
Wow.
warp pipes. There's a working
This-
flagpole.
Nice.
Fireworks.
Oh yeah, they showed it working.
This
all right.
looks cooler than I thought it would look.
They
to be
filmed a
real.
prequel at the same
There are
time.
question blocks that actually
It's called Luigi.
when I tell you this whole power-up system was extraordinarily difficult to make.
Chris Pratt's gonna be a good Mario.
Oh
Dude,
shit.
he's proven himself. Oh, I like the menus in here too.
Look at this. Behind the under the hood.
That's how you make a game.
That's how many
Flowcharts.
options there are in
Principal
this.
Star turns Mario into an unstoppable killing machine.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
The
They
Duma's face
disappeared.
are
You think
scary.
Chris Pratt's gonna grab a star in the movie?
Has to. He literally has to. Dude.
Look at that reticule.
cool.
Oh shit,
There's not
dude.
one, not two, but 3 new levels.
That looks
Oh,
pretty.
3 new
Honestly,
Fight your way
take the
through
Chris
hordes
Pratt out of it.
enemies
This looks
that
pretty
can
cool.
be easily taken out with one well-timed shell.
I have seen Unreal Engine Mario mods that look amazing. Like Nintendo should do a dark, realistic Mario.
I've always, when I was a kid, I really actually wanted that.
This is
What
like,
if-
this is cool.
They do a Mario game that's dark and realistic, and Bowser just is the king of a peaceful kingdom, and Mario comes and fucks it all up, and at the end it's like, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's falling down.
And it's way
Yeah,
harder.
that'd be a
Well,
good twist.
Mario falling. Mario.
You know, I'm the bad guy moment came before the movie Falling Down, but that's always your
Yeah.
point of reference. The
Yeah.
1993 Michael Douglas
Yeah.
movie
It's so
Falling
good.
Down, where a guy has a bad day at work and goes on a shooting spree in Los Angeles.
Because that's the one movie that it literally has the moment where the cops show up and he goes, "Wait, I'm the bad guy."
No, there's other movies
How
where
did
they
that
have the
happen?
I'm the bad guy moment.
Please
But I can't
But
think
he
of any
says
off the top of my
he
head.
says it so
If
clearly.
you'd like to see more gameplay.
Well, I'm not gonna see this movie.
I feel like I just
Yeah.
did.
I feel like I already played the movie.
I got it.
I tricked you. That,
Oh, that wasn't
wasn't
it.
a
Oh,
movie.
come on.
That was
Tricker.
actually Unreal Engine. I have something in my eye. Sorry.
Oh, is that Unreal 5?
That looked good though. Too legitimately, like the graphics are pretty good.
Yeah, kudos to that YouTuber who made that. That's a YouTube video.
Yeah, I mean, I
Went
saw
viral this week.
when they showed the
we'll put
logic.
the link in the thing.
No, we
Oh,
won't.
we're not going to do that.
We'll link to a Mega64 video that's similar.
Yeah.
In tone.
We got a lot of similar videos. Check out Timbo. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we got
link
to
to that.
promote our own stuff here.
oh
relentlessly.
shit! Sorry.
We'll link to that.
No, the real trailer's coming out soon.
Yeah.
I don't care about Chris Pratt as Mario. And two, I don't care for him as Mario, but also I don't care that he is Mario. I'm indifferent.
I
You
Not
know,
gonna see the Mario movie.
A Mario movie, I've missed the window on that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like legally I'm not allowed to care.
I feel like it was a miracle that Sonic ended up working out. Like that, shouldn't have happened.
I don't know if it did work out.
I mean, it made a shitload of money. The second one made a shitload of money. I think they're gonna make a third one, probably.
That's cool.
It made so much money. You know,
well,
like,
I guess if money is the barometer of things
in Hollywood,
being
I
good,
think that it is.
In
you know, like-
capitalist society, it is.
Like
Not
I
just
didn't
Hollywood.
see either of the Sonic movies. I know our friend Tyson or Sonic. I'm happy.
But your kids liked them, right?
Yeah, they liked them. They liked them.
That's who they're for.
But
you're praising
yeah.
a movie you didn't see.
No, I'm just saying, like, they made money. They, like, whatever. But like, I feel like this Mario movie, like Nintendo saw, like, oh, we can make a Mario movie now because Sonic did well. And I don't know if that's going to be the case. Maybe it will. I don't know. Who cares?
It's by Illumination. So
It's like a Despicable Me thing.
So that's guaranteed to be really good.
Banana.
Oh, it's going to make a shitload of money.
Yeah.
That company makes the most annoying movies ever that fucking rake in the money.
I am. There's been so much memery afoot with Chris Pratt's voice that I am excited just to hear in the trailer what Chris Pratt's Mario voice sounds like.
Yeah.
Other than that, like my cherry will be burst. You know?
I don't know. Like, I'm a weirdo.
Not popped, burst.
I hear you on that one.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, he's a freak of nature.
Everyone's burnt out. Like we all got burnt out on.
You know, but just me, like when I hear something made a lot of
Russell
money,
Brand.
that to me doesn't equate that it's good.
No.
I mean, it's cool for that corporation. You made $100 million. Awesome. I'm not going to see any of that money. I don't know anybody who's going to see any of that money.
Right.
So it's like an imaginary entity out there said like this was good, and then everybody goes, the Sonic movie was good. But I'm like, I don't know. I saw that shit. What about that? Like, qualify good to me. Your pockets got fatter. Like,
Right.
cool.
Well, I'm not saying it was good or bad. I'm just saying that it made money. Therefore, the studio will make more of those to make more money. That's
the
all I'm
metric
saying.
in which they operate.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I'm
also
saying.
we hear like that movie studios are failing left and right. So,
Sure.
I mean, like, who do we believe? Who
It's
do
the
we believe?
TikTokers, man. Everyone's making their own content. They're not watching movies anymore.
It's true. It's true.
Do you
Honestly,
think they're not watching movies anymore?
No, I'm being facetious, but
I think
that's what the fucking movie companies at Paramount CEO
Yeah,
tell you that.
Yeah.
These goddamn kids
there's this dual
on their
narrative.
phone.
There's this dual narrative of like the movie industry is suffering more than ever, but then also like, yeah, but these really shitty movies are amazing, you know, and it's always, I don't know. So the whole Hollywood system's fucked up.
I think there's like tons of movies being made that are just competent, but it's very rare that I'm like, yo, that was awesome. I want to buy that.
I think you see more movies.
I see everything.
Yeah, you
With my
see
Regal
more movies
Pass.
than anybody I know,
I
actually.
think I've seen
I think
every recent release.
For a
of the
while, it was
entire
Rocco.
summer.
Rocco sees a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But you see every movie. Like
Yeah.
every single movie. Movies that I wouldn't get anywhere near, like Marry Me, starring Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez. You see that movie.
That was
What's your movie watching schedule?
That was
How are
not
you seeing
memorable.
so many movies?
like 2 or 3 times a week. Trish and I will just go down to the local theater, which is only about 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
And it's always empty. And
do you have a set day, set time?
no, it's just whatever
Let the
the
fans
new
know when you're
releases
gonna be
are
I'm not saying
that
that.
she wants
I
to
know.
see. I'll agree to. All right. What do you?
I'm the opposite, man. There's so many movies I want to see, and I just never get around to seeing them.
It's an easy date night for us to go out and spend time together. Or we go to matinees on like Saturday morning. We went and saw I don't know, whatever the last thing I saw is. It becomes quite a blur.
So Saturday morning, maybe like one evening out of the week, and then one morning on the weekend.
Yeah.
You're averaging like 2 movies a week. I'm jealous. I wish I saw as many movies.
Oh,
as you
she's
did.
watching everything on streaming services too that comes
That's
out. Like
crazy.
Hocus Pocus, she's seen.
How
and the
can you
fucking-
consume so much media?
work a part-time job?
I find that I just don't have the time.
I
to
don't.
even- I can't even watch a fucking TV show because I'm like, fuck, dude, I lost 4 hours of my day.
Since I got the dog, like I haven't played video games at home before this last weekend. Like I have like very limited time. My girlfriend, on the other hand, has an exorbitant
My
amount
girlfriend's
of time.
watching. My wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My wife.
My wife.
Oh.
Check it out. Boom. Enough said. She's watching everything.
No, I'm going to say more.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
She's watching. I don't know how she finds the time. She's got fucking magic TV watching powers.
These girls, like, they
can
can do two
multitask.
things at once. Yeah, I have to sit and absorb media, unfucking off my phone, not doing laundry at the same time.
Dude, I'll watch a fucking show and my brain will just start wandering. I'm staring at the
Yeah.
TV for 2 hours being like, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
My girl's
I'm
playing-
thinking about my day.
My girl's playing Pocket Camp on her phone, fucking other Animal Crossing on her Switch, and she's like cooking and letting the dogs out while she watches some streaming show.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I don't think she's absorbing, you know.
I bet if you
Plot
quiz her,
lines.
I bet she'd know.
Ah.
I bet she's got it.
Brains are crazy.
Yeah.
They
That's
are.
all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Nothing truer was ever said than that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, are you going to watch The Last of Us on HBO?
I saw the trailer right before we went live. I think I will. I think I'll watch it.
You're into it.
It looked.
I thought the
I
trailer
really
looked great.
liked the Chernobyl show, and that guy
Yeah, I
who,
did too.
Craig Mazin or whatever his name is, really good. And so yeah, I think I'll check it out. Although Last of Us, I never even beat that game. I didn't finish it.
Yeah,
first
Rocco,
one?
you're the biggest Last of Us fan here, I think.
I would actually give that to
Kevin, yeah.
I bought the remake and I was like at work, couldn't wait to get home to play more.
Oh,
like,
no shit.
And that's a game I've played. That's my Resident Evil 4, I think, of this generation.
Yeah.
Like
The first Last of Us.
I'm a notch below him where that's one of my favorite games ever, but this remake was like I've played it so many times I was not in a race to play it. I will at some point, but
Yeah, that thing's going to drop in price
100%.
in 6 months, so I'll get it then.
but but otherwise though I still love it. But yeah, the show I honestly just watch, because I'm like, oh, anytime you adapt a video game, I'm like, oh god, we'll see. But I was thinking that trailer, I'll say personally, if there wasn't a game attached to that and I just saw that trailer in a vacuum, I would check that show out. It's couple people after the world's ended. There's some freaky thing in it, and it's by the Chernobyl guy.
Yeah.
I would have checked that out regardless.
Me
so
too.
that's my feeling on it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I'll check out the show. I was never a huge fan of The Last of Us,
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Did you play the second one?
No.
No, really? I think the
second one better than the first one?
Yeah, I do. I think
that
that.
one right now.
Having the context of the first one is important, but Last of Us 2, especially once I got to know the character Abby, like those segments of the game are, I think, some of my favorite stuff from that year.
Yeah. This show kind of just looks like The Walking Dead to me.
I never watched
Definitely.
that, so I guess I'm not burnt out on that. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely
That's
does.
I steered away. So.
Well, yeah, I'm burnt out on The Walking Dead also, having never watched it. I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't need that kind of show.
Understandable. I actually, though, to that point, I do feel like that's what I kind of appreciated about the trailer is it didn't focus on the fucking things coming after them or whatever.
clickers.
Like that's in it for a second, but it's more about those two together.
It looked good though.
So I actually thought they played that part pretty good.
Yeah.
Just from the trailer. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll
yeah.
see how it all turns out. This story, like everything being made, has been told before. And even recently. Yeah, The Walking Dead, but also like The Road,
Yeah,
Oh.
the road was great.
God, that movie's
that
so
fucked
good.
me up. That was scary.
Why? I'm just kidding.
I was like, I'll get into it, but that's
Oh, wait till
Yeah,
Hellfest.
shit
I got
was
something's
dark.
going to fuck you
But
up.
we'll see how it all turns out. Now I know nothing about the video game story, but I hear that it's why people play it. Like it's one of the video games that is more story and narrative focused.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think they're going to retell the video game story in the show? Have apparently these characters are the same characters from the game.
Yeah.
Joel and Ellie. Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be like an alternate universe, a retelling? How do you think they're going to approach it?
I don't really know, but currently, just from the things I see in the trailer, everything in the trailer, I could match that to something that did happen.
Even
in
the
the game.
DLC.
Don't you think, Kevin? Yep. Like I'm seeing people, I'm like, oh, it's that guy, it's that guy, it's that guy, it's that guy.
I
Like
think they're gonna follow the games pretty closely. Maybe a
kinda
little,
seems like
but
that.
but everything I've seen in the trailer is stuff that's from the game.
Do
Yeah.
you think that the first game, Last of Us 1, could sustain 6 to 13 episodes? Like, are they going to make season 1 just the first game, or
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that, but I think they
The
could.
game has very large travel gaps where they're in one state and then they're in the next. It'll go like because it goes by seasons. A thing will pop up and it'll go like summer.
so you think they could fill in those travel gaps?
I think they could.
on the show.
But
that's
every
interesting.
like act in the thing is a different season of the year.
Yeah.
So
Interesting. So then, I mean, theoretically, you could do like 4 seasons of The Last of Us, and you're still in the first game. You could, right?
yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
You
You
really
could
would
milk this
you
for
could.
a long time.
You'd spend a lot of time with like certain characters.
But
I
then
guess.
again, it's Neil Druckmann, so
Yeah.
it's the same writer. So maybe
Yeah.
he's like, why do I need to spin my wheels telling the same story I've told for the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Let's just catch everybody up to where the game's left off, and then hey, we're moving forward. Last of Us 3 is season 3 of the show.
Yeah, they could pull something like that. Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Although it'd be hard to do a lot of the things after if you're going after Last of Us 2. There's
they changed a lot.
yeah, a lot of things that are different.
Main
after
characters die, and that's basically the main issue, right? Main characters
that.
pass
Yeah,
away.
a lot of stuff like that.
Well, what else could be like? They go to a different planet.
Hey, you never, you know.
Oh shit!
there
This
is a
crazy.
wild
twist.
location change from
Yeah.
where the most of the early part of the game takes place in Last of Us 2. There is kind of a wild location shift.
They could go to another country because none of the games takes place outside of America. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
That was my one thing. I liked Last of Us 2 gameplay wise better than the first one. I thought. Story, I liked what was there, but I just felt like it didn't have enough for how long the game was. Like I felt like kind of has a few big beats, but it's a 30-hour fucking game. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But there's huge gaps in it that would be super interesting to fill in. But my main thing was I still feel like even though I enjoyed the game, I really was like, oh, I wish they would have jumped over to let Joel and Ellie be. I still maintain this. I wish they would would have left that alone and shown me like what's happening in like China right now or what's happening we still don't know what's happening outside of their little community.
We
if
want
the show shows
China. You hear that, Druckmann? We want China.
Yeah, what's going on in
That's in the-
fucking Guam or something?
That's in the spin-off show Fear the Last of Us.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And then Dawn of the Last of Us.
The new of The Last of
and
Us.
then yeah.
Speaking of Walking Dead, let's get. Actually, I have a lot to say about it. No, I'm just kidding. That has entered. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you're aware.
season 17.
I think it's more like 11. Feels like 17. But as of last night, it's in its final batch of episodes. It's in its final. It was already in the final season. They broke the final season into 3
Jesus.
Yeah, so saying final season, yeah. Yo, Attack on Titan, you learned a good lesson from this. They've been doing the final season for like 4 years now. That's not a joke.
God.
But yeah, they're actually in the last like 8 episodes now. So what do you guys think?
I made it so far into that show. I mean, I made it like 6 seasons in. Now that it's finally over, maybe I'll actually like finish it.
Yeah.
I do like Norman Reedus, but almost everyone else I like has left that show.
Yeah, we gotta see what happens to these fools.
This Wikipedia it.
I gotta know.
Or you could do what people
can
did
read
with
my
Lost.
comics.
and, like,
Does their ass get 8 or what?
you fell
dude.
off. This is what happened to Lost. Like, people like fell off season 3 or whatever, and then they watched the last episode of season 6 to be like, I want to know what happens, and then like, I didn't understand any of it.
Of course, I know.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's why I want to
Ending made no sense. Yeah. Okay.
Johnny, how long have we been going? Hour 8. Time check. Okay, thanks. We're an hour and
Thanks,
8.
Johnny.
But I was gonna say, I've pretty much seen it all because my family loves that show, and I go over there like on Sundays, whatever. We have dinner, and they'll watch that, whatever.
Yeah.
So I've by extension seen just about all of it, and it did go. I mean, surprise, way past its expiration. Again, main characters left, and it was maybe interesting for a little bit, but it's like you got to like end the show. The people we really cared about are not here anymore. But exceptionally bad there was a batch of bonus episodes in the last season. They were like, you know what? The season was only supposed to be 16 episodes. We're going to give you 21 or something like that.
Oh.
It was like, we did bonus episodes. They're going to air this summer. And I watched those at my family's place, and it was like, I think we were all asleep by the middle of all of them. It was, they were all filmed during the pandemic. And you could tell, they are like one character. They probably had one person filming them. Do you know what I mean? Like you could tell it was a production during then. And they were inconsequential to the plot. It's like,
like Clerks
one
3.
character is going hunting today. Huh? Well, normally isn't fish in here. Oh, I caught a fish. Okay. I mean, it was just like a day in the life of this guy. Holy shit. What are we doing? It was so
Can I be
fucking
real?
boring.
I've never heard anybody ever talk about The Last of Us ever once.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, The Walking Dead. Excuse me.
yeah.
Walking Dead, the TV show.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody ever praise it or make it sound interesting once. Not once.
Yeah.
People, they say they watch it, but they can't say why. And they can't say what they like about it.
Yeah. I can tell you why they do if no one else is able to.
Yeah, go ahead.
articulate
Let's
it.
in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, no, it's the characters. They do actually a really compelling job of making a family of characters, and I think even when people hate the show, they're like, "But I gotta like stick it through because I you know what I mean? Like you're tight knit with that group. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But the fact is that
Yeah.
so much, all of that group is gone, but like one.
Yeah. It's the same reason people watch Friends.
But
That's every TV show ever. I like the characters.
That show, and I think it's also like outside of the show, the actors are all really close too.
Yeah.
And I think it creates this effect where it's like, well, I care about these guys. I got to keep watching for them, you know? But like I said, 90% of them are gone. So now I think people are just like, well, if it's almost over, I'll finish it, you know? I think that's the mentality now. And they keep milking it on the way there. So
Do I finish reading my comic book collection or do I just finish the series?
they're
Burn all of
ending.
it.
They're going to end totally different.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already branched off in so many different ways.
They can't reconcile those anymore.
No. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but both pieces of media I really fell off of.
Yeah.
Shawn,
Stayed too long, Sean. Just like this
Yeah.
podcast.
Shawn, you got Shawn's thoughts for this week?
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna end the show on your thoughts.
Well, I left. People are dying to know. Left him on a cliffhanger last week. Some people weren't here. That I was biting into cheese and crackers and half of my tooth fell off and just was in my mouth for no reason. So I said, I'm gonna go to the dentist.
With cheese and crackers? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I ate cheese and crackers, nothing hard.
Oh.
Ritz crackers.
Oh, okay.
Of all crackers. That's that. What the fuck?
Okay.
Anyways, I said I'll go to the dentist and I'll give you an update. So I got an update. I went to the dentist and he said, okay, you're gonna need a root canal on that tooth. We had a cavity there before. That filling is one that fell out, but it's because it's decay and you have to get a root canal. I'm like, okay, no problem. I've done that before. We also have to do a crown lengthening and like do surgery on your gums, make it longer. Okay, then we're also gonna have to go in and you had a root canal next to it. That was the Mega64 tooth. We're gonna have to get rid of that tooth.
Oh, finally the tooth is gone.
Okay, and the tooth actually next to that one, there is no longer. We had a root canal on that one as well. That it is no longer. The root's gone. The tooth's gonna fall out randomly just one day for
3
sure.
molars in a row.
Then the one next to it, it's the one that's kind of grayish because you actually, when you chose to fill it with a filling, you used silver instead of white. So it looks like it's a dead tooth. It's not dead. Well, actually, it is dead, but it wasn't dead. We're gonna have to replace that too. So we're gonna have to take that tooth out, and then we're gonna do a bridge, and it's gonna cost you $8,500 after insurance.
I
So-
would get a second opinion.
There's 4. They want to take 4 of your fucking molars out
Yeah.
on the back.
Top back. And then he said, that's just that side of the.
I would definitely get a second opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe a third.
How much pain are you in? Yeah.
right now 0.
So
but I have,
fuck
I have half a
that.
back tooth, and I don't know, guys. So it,
you
I
chew on that
was,
side?
you know, after what's that?
Can you chew on that
Yeah,
side?
but food gets stuck in so hard because it's like half a tooth there. Those of you who've seen Severance, I've never done this before. I was like numb when I left the dentist after this news. And I sat down and I was like Adam Scott in the beginning of that show. He's just sobbing in his car. I was just crying. It was just all came out. I was like sobbing. I was so sad. Like $8,500 in my fucking mouth. Like who cares? Give me dentures at this point. Fuck it. Anyways, I have insurance. This is after insurance. Oh my God. So that's my thought.
This has been the Mega64 Podcast, everybody. The
It's-
number one.
what do-
video game
what do I-
podcast
what do I
on the
do?
internet.
What do I do?
Sorry, let's go back.
Also, I do just want to say, Shawn, to speak to a previous Shawn's Thoughts segment.
Yeah.
We should do a Shawn's Thoughts like intro.
Oh, I'd love
We
it.
need that. I think like a cool opening for Shawn's Thoughts.
Have fun, Johnny.
Flowers, rainbows,
Yeah.
sunshine.
right
cool
here.
shit.
Right here, John.
But I was just going to say, Shawn was very prescient when he went off about airlines not taking their jobs seriously or whatever when they try to do stand-up comedy or some wacky bullshit on the plane. Shawn did that rant, and I'm telling you, we woke up the next morning to the headline, Southwest on a flight from California to Hawaii or whatever state, gave everyone on the plane ukuleles
And lessons.
said, we're going to give you all uke lessons.
On the
We're getting on the flight. And I just want to say Shawn called that. I mean, people were tweeting me like, didn't Shawn just talk about that? It's like he willed this to happen.
I did.
But
I willed it.
What if you had
anyway.
emails to write, or you wanted to fucking sleep?
That's
God
what I'm
forbid?
saying. Like, stop doing cute things on the fucking plane.
Don't worry.
For viral video.
Don't worry. Southwest tweeted, don't worry. Everyone put their ukuleles away after 20 minutes because they had already mastered it.
Cute.
So
Yeah. Last time I was on a plane, my chair wouldn't recline more than 1 inch.
You recline?
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks for the fucking
past
ukulele
that.
lesson.
It's cool. I actually got some pretty good traction on social media when I retweeted Southwest with I'd rather die. So that got a lot of retweets.
They're just improving the flight experience, not physically. You're more
Mentally.
in a sardine can than ever before.
It's
but
more expensive too,
It is more expensive.
yeah.
You get less.
But you're hearing cool
but
shit.
you get a lesson. So
I keep seeing things online that are like, why is in-flight violence up? Why are there more things happening where they're punching the clerk or whatever?
Now I got a weapon to
that's
defend
not
myself.
okay.
Like I literally read a thing like that the other day. They're like, "What? Since COVID, why is this happening more?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. It's like almost like you don't improve the experience and you've made it twice as expensive and
annoying.
and it's physically impossible."
Yeah,
to deal
I would
with.
never condone attacking a person working, but I do say that flying is the most miserable
Yeah,
experience.
like you can only rattle the fucking cage so many times. Anyway.
And it destroys the environment. We'll put that out there too.
True.
It's the most destructive thing to the environment you could possibly do.
No, I'll find other.
I use
stuff
spray
that's
paint
worse.
too.
Hey, before we go, just want to say thank you to everybody for watching. As always, check out shop.mega64.com. You want to pick up some stuff. If you like the show, you want to support the show, you can always pick up some hot merch at shop.mega64.com. Right now, currently up for pre-order, we have the Derek Acosta collection.
Oh,
We
I
have
forgot about
Yeah,
this.
we have a drop of your designs.
Oh man.
I don't know if you want to say anything about it. I don't
Yeah,
kinda
check out
intro.
these designs. I put a lot of effort into these designs. I don't draw them, but I nurture relationships with top tier artists from all around the world. I don't work with just anybody, and a lot of times these designs take years to create because I have such a high caliber of quality that I must ensure. We're going to bring some of these designs back. A lot of them have not had their proper due. They were here today and swept under the rug for conspiratorial reasons that we're not going to get into, but we're going to rectify that now by re-releasing these shirts. This is the Derek Acosta line of all-time classics. Let's show the people what these shirts are. First one, put it on the screen. It is the
Ooh.
Robo Baller shirts.
Love that shirt.
This is inspired by Michael Jordan shirts from his historic 1996-1997 double victory season with the Bulls. What if Michael Jordan was a Terminator?
That's cool.
It's the Robo Baller shirt. You can pick that one up next.
Oh,
Look at that. The long sleeve wizard shirt, the gaming wizard. A lot of people out there refer to themselves as gaming wizards. Prove it.
this is
Buy
one
the
of my
shirt.
favorite designs we've ever done. I love this shirt.
Horror inspired. It's like the old EC horror comics from the 50s. That's right. Your mom doesn't want you wearing that shirt. And what else do we have? The Fond Memories long sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Bebo Sloth.
This is from a local San Diego artist named Bebo Sloth. Hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. He took time out of his busy schedule to create this original piece of artwork just for us.
Our mask was kind of a, that arc was on one of our masks we did back in the day.
Those cartridges.
Yeah, I love that.
Do we have any
Cartridge
others?
mask.
Is that the last one? One
One
more.
more.
One more for the season.
Not even over.
For the season.
Tis
You
the
heard
season.
It's Spanish Heritage Month, which is only 2 weeks long. Explain to me how that works. Dio de los Mega64, because we're not here to celebrate the dead. We're here to celebrate us.
That's right.
Because we're still living. Okay, the dead are gone. They're long gone. You can't change what happened, but you can change the course of Mega64 by buying that shirt.
Gracias.
All of those are available at our shop, shop.mega64.com. Pick them up for pre-order because when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. And as always, check out patreon.com/Mega64 for a bunch of exclusive video stuff as well. Many ways to support Mega64 and what we do and give yourself the lulz.
Sorry about your tooth, Shawn.
Kevin
thanks.
cringed behind the camera when I said that.
Yeah, it was
need
bad
your
news.
reaction.
It was really bad news. You know, my friend, we're talking about kind of like, we get new tires. You spend like $700 and you like, well, I drove here, now I'm driving home and it's the same. Like, I know you have to get new tires, but like, it's like, I know it's a waste of money. This is like, I'm going to go into the dentist, spend all this money, and then have teeth still like I have now? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, go to Mexico. You live in the one place in the country where you have a viable option.
Sean,
Might be time.
I got my wisdom teeth pulled there. It was such a good experience.
That's it.
They have English-speaking clinics just for Americans. I
Yeah.
mean, that's their whole business is catering to people like you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm down to get a second opinion, I guess. But I like my dentist a lot. I trust him. But
I don't like your dentist. Sounds like a fucker to me.
Dr. Fucker.
Yeah. Hey,
sniffing the
hey,
last.
I got a problem with one tooth. Hey, I got news for you. 4 teeth. Oh, and one of them has already been replaced. We're going to replace it again. Ha ha. Fuck that.
I mean, I was thinking too, like all like the crowns and root canals are already done. It's like, well, why'd I do? I asked him too, like in my moment of panic. I'm like, what could I have done? Like, is it because I didn't floss enough or what? And he's like, no, you did. No, it's just, this is.
Is it hereditary?
Yeah, it's just
You
genetic.
did everything you could.
But I brought it to my dad and he's like, I have 2 bridges, so I get it. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Is this the same dentist who did the original work?
No.
Okay, because you got to go back to that guy and get a refund.
Yeah.
Hey, fucker.
Hey, remember this? Remember me?
Warranty.
Remember
bitch.
these shitty teeth that you had to work on?
We got some epoxy in the shop. I think like
You got to be your own dentist.
Yeah.
A 2-part epoxy.
we'll just pour it. It's 5-minute cure time.
Honestly, the idea of getting like crown
that make you
extensions,
laugh.
like surgery on my gums, and like they have to cut away like a quarter inch on my gums and the root canal and stuff like that doesn't even affect me anymore because I've done all of it. I've done that. Fine. It's just the pain for it where it's like I have to pay for this. Like,
yeah,
fuck
that's where it
this.
gets me, dude. That sucks.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Just do liquids, dude.
Yeah.
Stop this. I'm sick of this
Straw.
chewing stuff.
Start gumming.
Yeah. I'll never forget when last thing I say on my teeth. When I went to the dentist, this was like back when I was 20, and they're like, hey, we're filling your cavity. Do you want it silver or white? It's going to be on the inside of your tooth. I'm like, well, if it's on the inside, then I'll silver. It's like, yeah, it's like $50 cheaper. I'm like, oh, then silver. Yeah, it's fine. And then I got home, I looked in the mirror, and it's like, you can see through it, and my tooth looks like it's like grayish dead. And it's like, you can see through the, if I would have known you could see through it and it would have been noticeable, I would have said
front
white.
of the tooth is translucent.
I would have spent the $50, and now I have this tooth that I hate when it's like showing it because it looks like it's
Well, look on the bright side.
so that's gonna go
Time
away.
for him and 3
the
more to come
Mega64 tooth is gonna go. So I guess
want-
there is a positive here.
A lot of life lessons for our viewers today.
Yeah, right. Spend the extra $50.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to your teeth, spend the extra $50.
There you go.
Might be good advice.
Fuck.
That I'll tell you what, that shitty dentist would never have funded Cannibal the Musical.
Cut this show off right now.
Thanks for watching.
It was
Fuck
Dennis.
that face.